This audio presents the unabridged recording of The Fire of Home by Alexis Harrington, performed by Amy Rubinate. Chapter 1. Powell Springs, Oregon, March 1922. Bax Duncan bounced along in the county-owned Model T, trying to see through the rain and mud splattering the windshield, wondering if his kidneys would be jarred loose. Under his breath he cursed both the weather and the motorized contraption. At least on horseback, a man's hat kept some of the rain out of his eyes. But on the glass there was no way to wipe it off, unless he pulled over and dragged out the same wet, muddy rag he'd already used more times than he could count today. A horse didn't need nearly as much tending, but he'd been sent out on official business this morning, which included a trip to the county courthouse in Portland, and that was too far to go on horseback. He hated the courthouse visits. He was certain that everyone in the building was staring at him and saw through his flimsy disguise. The same train that came through Powell Springs also went to Portland, but there were too damn many stops in getting there. When he wasn't working in his official capacity as deputy, he still reported to Sheriff Whitney Gannon and served as kind of a law clerk for both Whit and the circuit judge who passed through town from time to time. Court was a pretty informal, rural event. When the judge came to Powell Springs, he commandeered the city hall, which consisted of only Mayor Cookson's office, a small room where the town council conducted its meetings, and the corner of the building where Burdine Lyons ran the town's switchboard and managed Cookson's doings. Wind lashed the rain across the road and over the plowed fields where it gathered in runnels between the rows. The only birds that lacked the good sense, or maybe the fear to seek shelter, were crows. They perched on the power lines overhead, squawking at him with rough, strident voices as he passed. Now and then the temperature would drop, and lightning would sizzle in the southern sky, followed by deafening thunderclaps. The storm was rolling in this direction to cross the Columbia River and head to Camas in Washington. Though trying his best to avoid them, Bax thumped into an especially deep pothole, clacking his teeth together and splashing mud on the windshield again. This time he did have to pull over and wipe it off. In the process he got nearly as much mud on his coat as he did the rag. He sighed. Even though the trees were leafing out and...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?